Many years ago, I began to watch movies consciously. I do watch movies too. I began to watch movies consciously, and then I noticed how our culture, how we so much don't value women, kind of filters to our movie. How do I mean? So you watch a movie, you see how a woman is begging her husband, going on her knees, rolling. The man is hitting her left, right, and center, and then she's still begging the man, and it kind of just filters through our movies. And then you watch maybe Nollywood movies, you see the value they place on their women. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're not committing atrocities with women from that end, but I'm saying that the value they have for women filters through their movie. And so I knew there was something wrong in the way women were treated, but I didn't have enough knowledge, I didn't have enough understanding on how I as a person can do something on my part to change something where this whole degradation of women is concerned, until God inspired this book on my heart. So to me, I feel this is my own, I won't say little, because I believe God to make this book reach the ends of the earth. This is one way I can correct this abuse on women in my community and in the nation and even in the world at large. Hey, beautiful everyday people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much. I'm grateful to everyone that has subscribed. Thank you so much. And if this is your first time on my channel, now that's a kiss from me to you. Ensure that you subscribe, ensure that you click that notification bell. You need to be aware once I drop a new video, because you are that important to me. So in the last 3 weeks, I've been talking about my book. I've talked about how I started. I talked about how I dealt with fear. I had to get out of my comfort zone. I talked about relationships, how relationships helped me to speed up and to birth that project. That's the book. Today, I want to talk about what inspired me to write this book. Now, when I was growing up, I grew up in a very remote area. Then, I grew up in a very remote area, and there was this house that was in front of us. I'm sure the house is still there, because last time I went, the house is still there. So there's this house in front of my house then, and this man had two wives. They were staying together, and then each wife had 3 children. So, and this man was a bricklayer. One would have expected that he's one very rich man. Bricklayer. And so when he's leaving the house, he would drop 200 naira for 6 children, 2 wives, to feed, breakfast. 200 naira. I knew there was something wrong in that. But what got me angry, or do I say pissed, is the way the women just, for me, I see it as when you decide to settle for a second option, you don't mind being a second wife or a second class citizen in your, maybe your husband's house. Because these women, by the time the man now gives them the 200, and they will now be abusing each other. Then they will now be trying to fight for the man. Is me, he first married, is me. Then they will now say things like, he didn't toast you, no, he didn't. I knew there was something wrong about that. But then I couldn't come out of my house and resolve that issue, because like I tag it, it's my not on my business kind of talk. I don't put my mouth in such things. But there was something wrong in the old setting. Now, let's talk about how women are treated in this part of the world. Sometimes ago, I was talking with a girl, and then she went on to talk about, how she feels, in her words, nobody's going to marry me. I'm a cheap girl. I'm a this. I'm a that. So, one example I give, I said, okay, you know what you're going to do for me right now? You sit down here. I'm just going to go under the bridge, get an ordinary, bus conductor, and then I will tell the guy to sleep with you in the public. So she said, no, I can't do that with it. I said, really? Why can't you do that? After all, you don't have value for yourself. She said, no, I have small value. I said, so that means there is value inside of you. You're just not seeing it. I noticed something that women back in the days, even now, even in some part of Nigeria, or even in the world generally, let me not be specific about Nigeria, women are not giving that, some people think women are second-class citizens. Some people think women have nothing to bring to the table. Some people even believe that a woman has no business outside her home. So they feel the best place she can be is if she's not in the sitting room, she should be in, I'm not going to call it the minimum person call it, in the bedroom or in the kitchen, or best, taking care of the children. Some people believe that a woman should not get into politics. Some people believe a woman has no business working, and the best she can open, like they say it in this part of the world where I live, is open shop, and so, and the amazing thing is some women even pride in that, I have a way of saying this. I tell my girls, so when you get married, some people have a routine. Once you get married, they wake up, they take care of their children. Once they have children, they take care of their children. They cook breakfast, they take their children to school. They come back, watch the children's school, watch African Magic or any other movie they want to watch. And then by 3 p.m. they go pick their kids, and then they come back, watch the children's school uniform, and then they come back again, cook dinner and watch African Magic, Yoruba, or whatever they want to watch, and then go to bed, sleep with their husband, all of which I have no issue with. But the moment that all that you see about yourself as a woman is all this routine, and you cannot think outside the box, you don't think that there is value to yourself, I have an issue with that. So I began to look at the women around me. How do women see themselves? Please, disclaimer, I am not a feminist. I say that every time I'm talking about women. I am not a feminist. No, I'm not. But one thing that I know is that God did not create women to be second-class citizens. No. God put something on earth for us to do. There is an assignment, there is an agenda for you to do, and then you're more than a second-class citizen. So I began to read about women who are doing extraordinary things. I began to read about women in ministry. I began to read about women in entertainment. I began to read about women in career world, and are not sleeping with any man to get to the top. Because that's what we see. We just say, oh, that she must be sleeping with her boss. Says who? Says who? Says who? And some people feel like, in some part of the world, once a woman, and that happened with the Romans, with the Greek, once a woman is born, they don't even educate women. So the ones that we even educate, we educate to some level. And then it's more like they are selling off their daughter as properties, like a property exchange to the man. And then the man, I just can't wait to get my book out, because I did an extensive study about how women were treated back in the days, and how even till now some people still have no iota of respect for women. But there are women who are doing amazing things. So this looking around my community, looking around my nation and nations at large, inspired this in me. And then I checked the Bible. I began to ask God questions. God, why did you create me a woman? Why did you create women? What's our job role? What's our job description? And God showed me something in the Bible. Now, Eve, that we sometimes, point accusing fingers at today, Eve, quote and unquote, brought about sin into the world, right? But Jesus said something. Jesus said that the serpent, which is the devil, will bruise our knee. Well, and then I saw something, I saw that thing. When I saw that thing, it made me more powerful and more confident about myself. That Bible says that the serpent will bruise her knees, but she will still crush the head of the serpent. So I know that bruised knees still crushes the serpent's head. So even when my knees are bruised, they are powerful. Jesus said something. Jesus said, everything is set, but we need a woman in the world. We have man, we have the fishes, we have the animals, but we need a woman. Everything is not complete until the woman is here. I pity nations who don't refer women. I pity nations who don't give their women expression. You know why? It's like you having two legs and deciding to stand on one. How long can you stand on one leg? You're going to injure the other one. Because there is something every woman has to bring to the table. And this is to my women that are watching me. You're much more than a pretty face, my darling. You're much more than you having PhD in cleaning and cooking. I have no issues with that. I do that in my house. I'm a married woman. I cook, I clean. But the totality, the value of my life It's not in the cleaning. It's in the capacity that God has put inside of me. And let nobody cage you. Let nobody tell you that all that you belong to is at the back. No, you don't belong to the back. If God has called you to be forward, get in the front and fulfill your purpose. I'm praying to God, I'm believing God that once this book is out and you read it, there will be a renewal of mindset, because you need to change your mind. If we want to change our result, we need to change our mind. So once there is a renewal in your mind that there is something about me, there's something special about me, I'm more than a pretty face, I'm not a broke woman. Some things might have happened to me that bruised my knees, but the bruised knees can still crush the serpent. So that's what inspired me to write this book. And it's not just a book for women. Yes, I mentioned women in the Bible, but men can get it and be blessed by the principles that I will share. So it can even help you on how you can treat your women better. I hope I've been able to help somebody today. Thank you so much for watching. Till I come your way again next week Monday, remember to subscribe. Don't worry, I'm watching on Plasma TV, but subscribe. If not, I will appear in your dream. Subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. My darling, you might be an everyday person, but you are a winner. Girl, guy, you are a winner. My love, if you don't want to see it, don't even speak it out of your mouth. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you next week.